that we've been waiting to see what the Bears are going to do with is David Montgomery. And now we know David Montgomery is signing with the Detroit Lions for 3 years, $18 million, $11 million guaranteed. Big Kev, I'm going to throw this one to you, man. The number, not as much as what we were expecting, not anything crazy. What do you think happened here? And then how do the Bears rebound and feel now they're starting running back position?
For, right now, I feel like David Montgomery felt like he did enough to warrant being re-signed by the Bears,
Mm-hmm.
and by them kind of like not really re-signing him and exploring other options at the position, looking at trade options, looking at signing people, maybe even looking at people in the draft. I think he felt slighted and got up out of there. Going to a division rival, kind of for me, it kind of drives home that point. I feel like David Montgomery felt like the Bears were doing him wrong, so he's trying to stick it to him by going to the Lions.
That's crazy. And now we got to see David Montgomery twice a year on a deal
Mm-hmm.
that I think that like most Bears fans, like we were thinking it was going to be 8, 9, and if it was there, you had to ask that question. But for $6 million a year, you guys could not work it out. It tells me, like you said, it either tells me that David Montgomery just wanted to go. Maybe all that talk about wanting to stay a Chicago Bear wasn't real. Or does Ryan Poles have something up his sleeve where he just has something better planned for the future? I don't know, bro. This is unexpected. If we did lose David Montgomery, I thought that the money was going to dictate that. Not this, bro. Not this, man.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a few pieces out there. I think Singletary out there, Miles Sanders out there. So it's a couple of running backs that I'm fairly certain Ryan Poles in the front office been looking at. But yeah, I did not see him going to the Lions, bro. I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. The in division rival, and on a cheap deal. Like that's just a 1-2 punch that I did not expect at all, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, damn, like at least put up a fight, bro. Like I feel like Rocky's manager, like fight back. What are you doing here, bro? What are you
and
doing,
then
man? That's crazy.
and, and that means that one of these young guys out in Detroit are out of there, right? Smith or
Yeah.
Swift or Jamal Williams. So like that, I don't know, bro. Like I'm flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted just like you, my guy.
Yeah, this is just completely unexpected for me. Not that he was leaving. We all knew that that was absolutely a possibility. But when you look at the details of it, it paints this picture of us like, hey man, Pose, what's the plan here? Like everything's gone off pretty well so far. We've had a quiet day in free agency today. When my phone started going off with Bears alerts, the last thing I thought right now it was going to be David Montgomery going to the Lions for $6 million a year, bro. That's
Hey,
shout
well, at
out to the
least we could
Lions, bro,
say
for
it.
getting a hell of a bet.
At least it wasn't the Packers, bro. At least it's not the Packers.
Now that would have just been, yeah, that's crazy. Let's see what the chat's feeling about it. We got Brandon L. Jet in the building. He says only thing worse is going to Green Bay. F Monty. I mean, yeah, that's what it got to be at this point, bro. Like that's all right. So here's what I'm going to throw to you. So we've talked about it. There are a lot of running back prospects deep in this draft. You ain't even got to go first round for a running back prospect to get a pretty good one in this draft. Do you think that that's what's coming in store? Do you think they have maybe more faith than Khalil Herbert? Treston Ebner, who did come in, and even when we drafted him, we had a episode here where we were like, hey, maybe this is starting to paint a picture of what's going to happen with the offseason. Now, Ebner did not have a good season, and then when he had the chance to kind of show some things when David went down, he didn't really flash anything. But do you think that means we're bringing in another running back, or do you think maybe that potential in Treston and Khalil Herbert together, do you think that may be something Ryan Poles looks at?
Yeah, I don't anticipate them standing pat with the current running back room. They're gonna bring in
Mhm.
another running back, be it through the draft or through trade or through free agency. They're not just gonna stick with Khalil Herbert, who's a great back for the Bears, but I think in his role, he doesn't need to be an every down back or the number one back in this
That's a
offense.
fact. That's a fact. And I mean, he goes to offense with a great offensive line. He's going to probably feast. And shout out! I don't wish any harm or anything bad to David Montgomery. Like, listen, you need to get what you worth. None of us is going to take any pay cuts on our job to stay anywhere. And if you that's where you had to go. If Ryan Poles didn't see, we talked about it. Like paying running backs in this league on the second contract doesn't always work out. I would say more times than not, it does not work out. So I can kind of understand in that area, but in the offseason where you've added some weapons, it sucks that we're losing one that's at least a sure thing for us in this offense. But hey, running backs do come a dime a dozen. One thing that we always seem to find: linebackers and running backs in Chicago.
And will we get Monty in the 5th round?
Yeah,
You're looking at just shout out to him for his career as a Bear. 60 games. My man had 3,600 yards and 26 touchdowns as a Chicago Bear across 4 or 5 seasons. So can't be mad at Monty for the production that he's come. Following up Matt Forte is not an easy thing to do, considering how
yeah,
good Matt Forte was. And to get yards in the offense that was sputtering and the way that this team has for the last 2 seasons, he definitely was a surefire. At least we understood Monty was going to go out there and ball out every single game. So shout
for
out to
sure.
him for his career with the Bears. It sucks to see him go, but man, why you have to go to one of our rivals, my guy? Go get some mom spaghetti real quick.
Yeah, it was crazy because what I heard, I was reading that the Panthers may be interested, and now it's like, hey, it's the Lions, bro. Like, all the things that I read, I don't think I read anything about the Lions being interested in a running back. That's crazy. But and that goes to show free agency is you never know what these teams are going to do in free agency.
Absolutely not. And again, like I didn't expect it. Maybe the housing market is still down. He can buy some property and start building his post career or something. Or maybe he's interested in going to Mom Spaghetti, checking out Eminem's restaurant. So we're gonna see. But I don't know, man. Detroit is an up and coming team. I'm not gonna slight them, but obviously I'm a Bears fan, so I wish them all the L's. You did.
I feel you. I feel you. What in the draft? Are there any running backs specifically that stand out to you? You'd like the Bears to take a look at?
Honestly, I wasn't even looking at running backs, to be honest. Like I
Yeah,
wasn't even they weren't even on my radar for what the Bears needed because I figured they
yeah,
were gonna re-sign Monty, and they got Khalil Herbert, and then maybe they were gonna pick up like, a late 5th, 6th round running back. So I keep hearing about old boy out of Texas, behind Robinson. In the
hmm
comments, they're saying some guy from East Carolina. It looks good. So I'm gonna have to do some research on these running backs now that we don't have any.
yeah. I mean, but the thing, and everybody's saying Robinson, he's going to be well off the board, and even then, like he's a surefire first round pick. I don't see the Bears going running back even after this with first round pick while we still haven't addressed the offensive line or defensive line. Well, we've addressed it in a little bit, but not in the way that we need to yet. So, but hey, I've been on to Jay Spears since we started this process of talking about the offseason. He's definitely one that I would not mind them. And much like we got David Montgomery in the 5th round, we can get him in the 3rd round probably, and you never know.
Now, where did TJ Spears play?
He played in Tulane. Tulane.
Oh yeah, we talked about him the other day at Tulane. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So we got history with Tulane running backs. Hopefully, life can come full circle for the Bears. They can go grab another good back out of there and plug them in. So, what do you think about our current backfield right now? Do you think Khalil Herbert can come in and be a number one?
I don't see Khalil Herbert as an every down back, and maybe I get proven wrong for that. I love Khalil for what he does in the role that we have him in. I don't see him. He's not the blocker that David Montgomery is. He's not the bruiser that David Montgomery is either. I honestly don't know if Khalil Herbert has the durability to be an every down back in the NFL. So that's kind of my opinion on him. And I know that sounds wholly negative. It's not. He's amazing in his role, and in sharing those backfield carries, he's amazing at that. I don't see him as an every down back, man. I don't see it for him.
Well, he did produce when he was put out there, though.
This
Especially
is
last
true.
season.
Yeah.
Especially last season, I know this because I picked him up on my fantasy team when Montgomery went down, and he did all right for those 2-3 weeks that he was out there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's some signs there. I mean, if the Bears did want to take a look at that and have him, and even with that now, unless they go out and they do get a free agent, if they do bring in a rookie, Khalil Herbert's going to be the running back one, at least until that rookie or whoever shows that they can be, unless, like I said, they go out and get a veteran. But at this point, I don't know if they weren't willing, and again, that's if David Montgomery is even willing to come here, but I don't know if the Bears, if they weren't willing to give $6 million to David Montgomery, I don't know if they do that. Like, I don't know if they spend money on backs. Maybe they try to go ahead and get a young guy to come in there, man.
Yeah, I mean, because like if you're looking at the let me pull up this free agent running back that are out here. Singletary. Singletary was alright in Buffalo, but he never really popped. You got Damian Harris out of New England. He was a first rounder, if I'm not mistaken, but he never really popped. Now Kareem Hunt is an interesting look considering his Kansas
Yeah.
City ties. Um, so that's something. And you got Jamal Williams, who's definitely not going to be returning to the Lions. Maybe we do a swap right there.
Yeah.
He had 1,000 yards plus 17 touchdowns last year, and then Miles Sanders out of Philly, he had 1,300 yards and 11 touchdowns. That's not too bad either.
Wait a second. Somebody that maybe, and I'm trying to see if they signed. Maybe I overlooked it. Donta Foreman. He hasn't signed with anybody, has he?
Foreman's still
From
out
Carolina?
there. Yep, Foreman's still out there. Tony Pollard's still out there. Josh Jacobs, and then of course Saquon.
Yeah. Yeah. All
Oh
right.
no,
Steve-O.
the Raiders franchise tag Jacobs. My bad, y'all.
Okay.
What up,
All right.
Steve-O?
Steve-O, what you got for us, brother?
Hello. I ain't gonna lie. My feelings a little hurt about this. I ain't gonna lie. That this is one of my favorite Bears.
He said,
You gonna
hello.
go? You gonna go to the Lions out of all places, dog? Like, come on, fam. I mean, I get it. I get the money. I get it. I trust me. I get it. But really, you gonna do it like that? Okay, come on, bro. Damn. We gotta play you twice a year. God damn. I'm hurt, bro. I
Now,
can't even lie to you.
Dante
Now,
Foreman, that you mentioned, CEO, he
yeah.
he had 914 yards and 5 touchdowns last season with the Panthers, man. So he could definitely be a viable option back there for the
Yeah.
Bears if they're looking at the free agency route.
Now Austin Eckler. The rumors are out there that Austin Eckler, he has permission to seek a trade. I don't necessarily see Poles giving up a bunch of assets right now, but let's say that he is willing to go there. Is Austin Eckler a viable replacement for David Montgomery?
I mean, you can't.
Yeah.
Of course, yes,
Okay.
absolutely. He's
Would
an
you be,
upgrade.
but is
But
it
that's
is it
the
a
thing.
is it a but for what we have to give? He's not a free agent though. That's what I
That's
mean.
the
Is
problem.
it worth what we would have to give up in assets to get
No.
him?
Would he be an upgrade? Yes. Is he
Yeah.
worth giving up assets? No, because just looking at that free agency list, this extra game, for example, this 17th game that teams are playing, it really helps running backs.
Yeah.
There's players that got 1,000 yards this past season that wouldn't have gotten it if it wasn't for that extra game. I say look at the free agents before you try to trade away one of these coveted assets that we just got, that the Bears just got. So I would say look at free agency.
Hey,
Oh,
bro.
well, now Nick Bors comes in. He says that Eckler could be gotten for a fourth or fifth. Now I'll tell you what, if you can
I'll
get
do
Eckler
that.
for a fourth or fifth, that you don't even me and Steve-O will drive. We'll go get him. Don't even worry about it.
Yep.
We'll drive up to go get him. Don't even
I
worry
will
about
pick that man up personally from O'Hare.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
worry
I
about
will.
it. We gonna get him. We gonna get him.
But but me personally, I don't see us giving like I see them ask for at least a 4 or a 3. That's a top
That's what
5
I'm
back.
thinking of 3. Now, okay, so here's the thing. So if it is, let's say it is a third round pick, right? Tajay Spears is there. In your opinion, would you go the surefire thing in Eckler, or would you go young, save some money with Tajay Spears if it's all things even?
I'm only reason I'm going Spears is because I don't want them to get the big name running back is because I know they're gonna go hard running. And there's no problem with that, but I was like, that's not what I want them to focus on. So it's like I feel like based on the name, it kind of decides how more focused you're gonna be on the playing style. So I don't know. I feel like I gotta watch some more tape because I mean I watched a lot of Austin, but I need to see what because like I said, there's a lot of stuff that Monty did that people don't talk about. So
That's
it's like
true.
Like
I need,
break tackles, make a man
Yeah.
miss.
bro.
Yeah.
I keep seeing everybody in this mud trying to brush this off. This man got a top 10 line now. A top 5
Exactly.
argument.
Mhm.
Y'all okay. Now all these people
Yeah.
talking crazy saying that money ain't all that. Okay. When
Yeah,
we
I
bust
can't-
120 on us, I don't want to hit nothing.
I can't wait till we play the Lions now. Because don't get me wrong, I want to see Monty do good. I just don't want to see him do good against us. But Austin Eckler, the chance of
Damn
signing,
Lions jersey.
like I know that's gonna be weird to see. Austin Eckler is 27 years old. We'd be trading for him in the last year of his contract. So basically, we just be kicking the can down the road and maybe be having this conversation again next season.
Hold on.
Wait
Brocky,
a
Yep.
second. Wait a second. What just happened? I gotta do my
we just
verification
signed
before I
running
say it.
back Travis Homer.
We just signed Travis Homer, 24 years old.
Out of Seattle.
Seattle, he played in Miami in college. I'm trying to do my due diligence and do some research on this right now. 24 years old, 5'10, 220 pounds. What this tells me, the fact that Ryan Poles pivoted this quick, and I see a lot of you guys in the chat saying, well, if Poles didn't want to pay, this tells me that David Montgomery was the one that wanted out.
Yeah. And
That's what this tells me.
Travis Homer was like, you had Rashard Penny out there, and then it's another running back. Travis Homer was the third back out there in Seattle.
Yeah.
And I'm just not sure that this signing of him really moved the needle at all. Like I think they still need a running back after signing him.
Well, here's the thing, though, is we know that Ryan Poles is good for his prove-it deals, right? To me, what this says is much like the N'Keal Harry trade, this is a signing, not a trade, is that Ryan Poles sees something in Travis Homer, and maybe he's not going to go running back in this draft, and he may try to give him an opportunity to perform and give something. This probably does mean that Khalil Herbert's going to be the number one back, but maybe they're looking at Travis Homer and thinking maybe they got a diamond in the rough there.
I mean, he was. I don't know. I think about.
I mean, he's like he's had a career in 4 seasons. He's had a career 83 rushing attempts. That's
right.
not much to judge anything off. 83 rushing attempts, 453 yards, only 1 touchdown in his career.
That's what
I don't know.
That's
man.
what I'm saying, bro. Like I play
is,
fantasy football a lot, and Travis Homer was never that ever. Even when Penny and them went down.
And I'm looking at college. I'm not. He ain't never went over 1,000 yards, so it's like.
Oh yeah, well no.
Yeah, I mean, Tank said he averaged he might have averaged 5.5 yards per carry, but like he's only got 83 attempts, bro. Like that's on average. He's three carries a game. Like, come on.
And now, and the fact that I know that running back class, like they had a battle up there, and he lost twice. That means he lost twice because it was more than one battle. So that means he lost twice.
Adam Mason, the source is Adam Schefter. He's the one that put it out there. We definitely wouldn't just report something that we didn't at least know was coming from a reputable source.
And the deal looks like it's 2 years, $4.5 million. So nothing as far as money.
Right.
goes.
It's a flyer. That's literally a flyer. They're taking a flyer on money.
Yeah. That's one of Ryan Poles'. I see some potential. Let's see if we can get something out of you. That's weird, bro. That's weird.
The Lions. Oh, that shit suck. This finna bite us in the ass. I can feel it. This finna bite us in the ass, bro.
Yeah, this does not feel right. This doesn't feel right, man. That man was supposed to be a Bear, bro.
He should have at least been able to get his second contract. He's only 25.
Bro, this felt like when Julius went to the Packers, bro.
No, it don't. No, it don't.
Nah,
Julius was a Hall of Famer, bro.
Yeah. Here's the question that I asked you guys. So, what, like, personally, when you're with your feel from this, because I see a lot of people blaming Poles, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to place blame on Poles yet. Like, Poles hasn't he's shown a reluctance to sign veterans. When you see the play, like David Montgomery is the type of player that he like the age, everything it fits in with. I don't know, bro. I really like if you can't tell, I'm still trying to process this. My brain is all over.
I really don't feel like it's that hard. I mean, I know it's a process just as him being gone, but like the move itself is not that shocking because it's like, bro, you got 18 million. Like we wasn't finna give him 18 million. So it's like, and if you know
the
Detroit,
Bears could have.
I mean, yeah, we could have, but we wasn't. That's the thing. I know we was. I know for a fact we wasn't. So it's like I know it because it's like he getting 18 million. Their scheme is pretty kind. They don't have a special arm thrower as a quarterback. So and they was and they got two running. Well, with Jamal finna go, they got Sway, and they need him. Sway is that big Khalil type back where he just break off. He not a pounder. Pause. But but yeah, like I said earlier, this is becoming more of a two-back. Everybody on the roster need a two-back league. You need a two-back league. So they just, hey, Bears, you better go get Jamal or something.
Now, Baki says, come on, we all said that Monty was gone during the season. Why is anyone surprised? I think we all thought that Monty was going to be gone if the money. I think that's what I don't think anybody just like if you would have came into the season saying David Montgomery in free agency is going to sign a deal worth $6 million per. I don't think most Bears fans would have thought that meant Monty was going to be gone. I think it really came down to thinking that Monty was going to want $8.5, $9 million. I don't think many people thought that he was going to sign.
I ain't gonna lie with you. I don't even think I think we all knew it was a good chance of him being gone. It just that it said breaking news. He signed with the Lions. I think that's what it is. Because bro, I thought he was gonna end up like Carolina or like somewhere over, like not in our division. So like,
it's true. Now, Jay White says, fellas, Monty wasn't a fit for the wide zone scheme. We get, bro. You can't say a back
he
that
broke
like
a rushing
we had the best. Like, come on, like we had the best rushing game that was the only thing that we had to really hang our hats on, bro. You can't say that it was.
Jay, I'm gonna tell you what didn't fit. The O-line didn't fit. That's what it was.
Yeah. Come on, man. This is hey, it is what it is, bro. Like at the end of the day, we knew that Ryan Poles has work to do. We just now have to add running back to the list of things that probably need to be addressed as this offseason goes on. So
that's what I think. I think Ilbrand or something like that. He's saying exactly what we're saying. $6 million is not a lot. That means out. And I think Monty wanted out just based on how negotiations were going.
Yeah. You know what this reminds me of? And it's funny because he went to Detroit too. This reminds me when Ben Gordon went to the Pistons.
Yeah.
Jeez, don't even get me started on that.
That's what it reminds me.
Ben Gordon, the reason the reason the Bulls lost to the Celtics that year because he was trying to gun.
Because he won, but I ain't never seen.
He saw that as an opportunity to get his contract.
Bro.
He literally
was
like,
at D Rose.
D Rose, don't worry about it.
I think that was the night jacking shots became a turn. I guarantee you. Because I was saying, like, bro, I was looking at Derek, like, bro, you gonna keep giving the ball, bro?
Listen, that was second year D Rose. What was he, 20? He was out there trying to be a team player, and Ben Gordon was like, thanks.
He wasn't, was he even 20? That was
rookie year. Because
that was rookie year?
Yeah, because he had the short knee
sleeve.
Rookie
year, D Rose.
Man, that boy Ben Gordon sabotaged us, and I hated that. He sabotaged,
bro. Jay Capone the Don says, I like Travis Homer. Y'all gonna be surprised. I mean, hey, if I tell you,
I hope so.
If with the deal that we gave Travis Homer for 2 years, 4.5, if he comes in and surprises us, we gotta go. Ryan Poles is another genius. Another reason why Ryan Poles is a genius.
So to everybody just joining the Bears, Monty Williams, David Montgomery has left the Bears to join the Detroit Lions. He out of there, up out of there.
Gone. He's gone. Gone.
Sound right, bro.
Oh man, we got a super chat in the building. Devontae says, Travis Homer, backup running back to Khalil Herbert. How we feeling about this? I think we're still processing, bro. I think Travis Homer is an unknown. Like when you look at the fact that he's only had what do we say, 83 career rushing attempts in 4 years, it's kind of hard to get a gauge on that. I can't say that I've ever seen the man play in a day in my life that I've noticed. So I have no idea. I have no form of reference to feel anything about it, to be quite honest with you, bro. None.
And he played in the SEC, so I mean,
Who is Chase Brown? Y'all know anything about Chase Brown?
No.
Some people are saying
play Chase Brown. Let me see. He a running back?
Let's see. We got another comment.
That's what they saying.
Ryan Poles, I like Roquan. Traded Roquan. I really respect Monty. Let go. It's a pattern. Anyone who's not Poles draft pick that he says he likes, is probably gone.
Chase Brown. He played at Illinois last season. He was actually raw at Illinois. You're right. Y'all right.
Didn't he get injured? Didn't he get injured
toward the end of the season?
Yeah, but one of the big injuries.
Let me check out.
Someone on Twitter is saying that Homer is a decent at pass blocking. He's the new O-line signing confirmed. LOL, joking.
Bro, a chip blocker at best.
Rock for one says Montgomery has a bad habit at getting the ball, then stops and runs sideways. I like running back that just jet up the middle without stopping to smell the road. I think we're doing what we do a lot as sports fans. A guy leaves, and then we just start pointing towards what we didn't like about him.
The numbers speak. I can guarantee you never watched all 24 if you saying that, because if you watch all 22, every time he jumped is because freaking Sam Mustipher collapsed. If the gap collapsed, ain't nothing to jet up to. If the gap gone, what's the jet up to? Ain't no other way to go to the left or right. So that's why. I'm not finna go off. I'm not.
You're right.
Cause bro, I hate when that was the number one thing people talking about. He just don't go up. Who goes up the middle? Bro, he never had a line where he could go up the middle, and when he does, he goes straight up the middle.
Mm-hmm. I ain't got nothing bad to say about a player that's number 6 all time for Chicago Bears rushing, and we've had some amazing running backs in our
no real line.
Even including like Rashard Salam and them. Like the Bears have had a litany of running backs come through them doors and put up numbers, and David Montgomery was one of them. Saying that he won't be missed is asinine. Like I can't say that. Like he had a good career as a Bear.
So, for example, David Montgomery had over half the amount of rushing yards and over half the amount of touchdowns with less than a third of the amount of carries. Come on, that Matt Forte had, who was second all time in Chicago Bears rushing records. Come on,
see,
man.
Y'all got 6. Y'all got to don't come on here talking if you don't know your facts.
Keep in mind that refused to run the ball, and Monty still put up numbers.
And a Matt Nagy offense for most of those. Come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, but he stopped to smell the roses.
He said that's like saying Jay Cutler will be missed. Look, listen, Jay White. I'm sorry to tell you this, but Jay Cutler is the best quarterback that the Bears have ever had, besides Justin Fields. Look,
by far, it's not even close. It's not
gonna disrespect. I gotta go disrespect our greats just because we can't hold a tool up to the other greats. Come on, bro.
Gary said, "Bro, Monty gone. If we keep Mustipher disrespectful, that's funny, bro. You know what? They need to chip his ass out because you literally need to look at Mustipher and be like, this is on you. This is on you, single-handedly. Get out of here, bro. Mustipher. Why is he even still on my team?
What is a Mustipher?
Hey, Big Cheese. If the Bears draft a running back with the 9th pick, I'm going to be
somebody getting choked,
bro. First of all, why do y'all keep wanting us to use the 9th pick on stupid shit? First it was JSN. Now it's going to be get Robinson.
What the hell is a Bijan? What the hell is a Bijan?
Do you have any great Bijan?
He's gonna be a beast. He's gonna get
if he goes to the right team. He's gonna get. If he goes to the right team, I'm sorry. I watched a lot of Texas football. He cold, but not that cold. He ain't no top 10 talent. He just not.
So somebody pointed out the fact that while Travis Homer only had 453 rushing yards, he had 450 receiving yards, and that's what the Bears see in him.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, and somebody's already said that he's blocking He's good at blocking. You use him in the pass game. You see what if he does have something you could uncover in the rush. I'm not saying that I'm not crapping. I don't know anything about Travis Homer to give a positive or negative review. It's a complete unknown to me. That's what it is. It's a complete unknown. I can't evaluate it until I see the man play for the Bears. Because I mean, I can go back and watch all the tape in the world, but like 83 snaps, that's kind of hard to evaluate, bro. Like I can watch that in 2 minutes. So
Hey, Devin Jacobs got tagged, my brother. We can't get Josh
Yeah.
Jacobs.
oh really? Yeah. That's man, that's tough, bro.
I mean,
That's-
I ain't too worried. One thing I know about it's just like defense. One thing we can't do is find a running back. So I'm not tripping that bad.
Yeah,
The only reason I'm mad is because he went to the Lions. If anybody else, I'm like, all right, cool. I kind of expected it because I knew.
I mean, because realistically, what's the longest the Bears went without having at least a above average running back? Maybe a year.
Yeah,
Never.
I'm trying to
always
see.
find
Okay,
running
I'm
backs,
trying to see because we went Matt Forte faded out, but Jordan Howard filled right in, didn't he?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So, we're
So
going to
let's
get another running back, and maybe that's just me being overconfident, but I have faith that we're going to get another running. It may not be our every down back this year, this offseason, but we're going to get another running back. Best believe
Hopefully,
it's
I
coming.
pray it.
So
And
let
not even to get down on Herbert. I hope Herbert he can still get better. He's young, he can still get better. Let me not just completely. He can get better. So I hope he's been paying attention to his predecessor and people all around. So yeah.
So let me clarify a couple of things on Travis Homer. He did have 400 some receiving yards, but that's for his career. So it's not like he got it last season. And then also they did use him in the return game as well. He has 400 plus return yards with a touchdown. So I'm thinking that Ryan Poles is looking at this young man and thinking that he's a kind of like a jack of all trades that they can use in special teams as well as a second, third option in the running back. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. We got a question here from Roseland. It says, "Bro, where does he fit in Detroit? They have Williams and Swift. I think this means that one
Well,
of them are
Williams
on
is
their
a free
way out.
agent,
That's
so
what
I'm
that means.
guaranteeing you that
Yeah,
Williams
yeah.
gone.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
gone.
So so
And
Williams
Williams
is
was
gone.
their power back.
Hey, I'm a Roseland survivor as well. Roseland survivor. Shout out to you, my guy.
Big Cheese says, if we draft Bijan, whatever, at number 9, I'm coming back to light. I'm
Bro,
not
Big
worried
Cheese,
about it.
it's not happening, bro.
It's not happening, bro. It's like take it. Matter of fact, here's the thing: if we do draft him, I'm gonna send you your $10 cash app back plus 10 more. How about
Facts.
that? That's what we're gonna do.
Oh, bro.
It's
I
not
wear a
happening.
cheese hat. That's how confident
No,
I am.
I would never.
I know I'm not.
You better
That's,
be
that's how
confident.
comfortable. That's how comfortable I am. I know for a fact we're not drafting no running back.
And if they do draft him and you do have to wear that cheese hat, you're gonna have to do it on your own platform, not over here. We can't have it.
Oh, wait a second. I do have something that I did read, and I do want to bring. I meant to bring this to you guys when we recorded the last live stream before, but I did read something that said that could the Bears get creative in using DJ Moore some in the backfield as a positionless player?
Like
What
Cordarrelle
do you guys think
Patterson.
about that?
Yeah. I mean, he has that ability. Like he does have that ability to do such. So like, it's not a bad
And
idea.
they do it with Claypool too. Claypool has that ability as well.
Yeah,
What
they did a couple plays with them.
What up, man? Is we all sad today? Is we sad tonight, man? No,
just for who we want.
no. Listen to me, dude. Yeah, we appreciate what David Montgomery did for us, but bro, for the last couple of seasons, it's been kind of underwhelming. Now, 4.4 yards per carry last year. My man, Khalil Herbert had 5.7. The year before, he only had 800 yards. He wasn't sharing no carries with nobody a year before that. Well, not as many. So it's okay. He's been good for us, but they're going to draft a young guy. They're going to draft it's not going to be the 9th pick, but I think they're going to draft a running back. This kid that they just picked up, Travis Homer, I think is going to be the 3rd down back. It looked like, hey, we got to move on. He ain't part of the plan. That's it. And then he a sucker, right? Because he know the rivalry, right, with us in Detroit. He really biz naive for that. So I ain't giving him no love.
That's crazy, bro. You call this man a business. That's funny. He about to kill us, bro. Like watch David Montgomery go for a career high. You know, I don't know. Hopefully our defensive line is in that mug where we knock his ass out.
Chad, one thing we got to stop doing is downplaying. Everybody ain't perfect. I see. I brought up Jordan Howard. He had butterfingers. He wasn't fast. I think we knew that when we signed him. Like, y'all can't expect every pick and signing to be perfect.
Everybody ain't gonna be Walter Payton and Matt Forte. That don't mean that they still can't be a great. We had two more than two, but we had Matt Forte, we had we had Matt Forte, we had Walter Payton, we had Sayers. Everybody ain't gonna be those running backs, but that doesn't mean that they can't still be a great running back, even though that they have flaws.
Is not gonna be,
like we got to stop acting. We got to stop acting like you because you have a flaw that means you still not great. Come on,
like Tremaine is not going to be
Brian Urlacher. That's why so many single people on this planet right now.
Hey, facts. But that's a that's deep. In the words of Haize, that's deep.
Hell no.
Big Kev basically said y'all worried about the wrong thing. That's why y'all miserable and single right now.
And Jordan Howard was definitely serviceable when he was a Bear. Like it ain't like he was a whack player that we had.
Hey, he just wrote a little love note, David Montgomery. You know what I'm saying? He wrote a little. I ain't like it though. I ain't push the like button.
Me either.
How you gonna treat us like that for sure? You've been with us for 4 years. How you gonna go to
all places? You gonna go there?
He did that on purpose too. That was
BLJ said
that's purpose.
BLJ said he's a single 304.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Chris Brendel. David Montgomery is now a Detroit Lion.
Yeah, I mean, we got to keep in mind too. There are some GMs that just don't value certain positions, that they just will never spend a lot of money on certain positions. And maybe Ryan Poles is just that. Unless you're a generational running back, Poles may just look at that running back position like, oh, I can go.
Yeah, you got to look at where he came from.
Ryan Poles drafted Kareem Hunt. Don't be surprised if they talk to him, see if he want to come over here.
Yeah, he still got some miles on him. I ain't gonna lie.
And he only what, 26, 27?
I'll get
I want a young guy. I want a young guy for sure from college.
Listen, we don't need to know your personal life like that, man.
Damn, he got on some straight. What the hell is on your bird? We talking about football. You talking about extracurricular.
Extracurricular. I just had a message you on that one, bro. I had a message you on that one.
Hey, we got another super chat.
Keep cooking, bro.
Look at the super chat. We got another one.
Brandon LJ says, I hope Monty jersey smell like
bro. He deserve all that, bro. Damn, Haize, you don't feel no type of way he did that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, this is the way yeah, don't get me wrong. I hate that Monty's gone. I hate that he went to Detroit. I hate that we got to see him 2 times a year. I hate all that, bro. Like, and for the money, like I hate it all. But like I said, I don't know whether to place the blame on Montgomery or Poles right now, because if Poles just came in and basically had the mindset of, I'm not spending money on running backs.
You know what?
Then you
know what
Montgomery at that point.
You know what Montgomery just did? He just set a weird number, a weird market for the running backs. That money that he just took, Montgomery was like,
this is true.
He was in the top.
This is true.
He was in the top 5 of running backs that's free agent.
I see. Yeah.
And he just took pennies on the dollar. So now agents are like, they mad. They Cuba Gooden touching the air right now.
Hey, we just said this yesterday. We said $6 million to be disrespect. Damn, did we just say that yesterday? I thought that was disrespectful to Monty, bro.
Man, and now that's exactly what he took. And the running backs behind him on this list, they got to take it too.
Bro, I'm glad he ain't taking us with him to Detroit. Going by yourself, my guy.
Oh, bro.
What the fuck? What? You crazy as hell? You gonna leave Chicago to go to Detroit? My guy, you tweaking. Maybe they was Maybe they was offering the man 4-5.
I hope he gets stuck on 10 mile.
Talking about ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Let's go.
That's funny. My boy at Mom Spaghetti right now.
Oh, bro, man. That's what he deserved to sit down and eat some spaghetti with his
bro. Nah, he get a can of oodles and noodles.
Oodles and noodles, man. You get the noodles with no sauce on it. You just eat plain noodles, bro.
That's crazy.
I feel some type of way, bro. That shit bogus. He did that shit to spite us, bro. Then write a love note. I'm really asking no love note,
bro. Keep. Like I said, bro, chill. This literally could be Ryan Paul. It couldn't be. It could be that it wasn't Montgomery, bro. Like, let's be clear.
So Chase Brown was really good in college, apparently, and he led the league during the NCAA in rushing yards.
But,
yeah, I mean, listen, I wouldn't be mad at it, but I
was
just,
he? Hey, was he restricted or he was a free agent? Correct. He was a free agent.
Montgomery.
All right, so he made his choice to go to Detroit. So fuck him.
But again, bro, if that choice came because the GM wasn't,
I understand. I ain't mad at that business side. Yeah. But look at the place that you go. Don't play with us. Just on some Chicago shit.
He gotta be the one to deal with living in Detroit. That's Iraq Jr. That's what something he gotta deal with, bro. Like, now you gotta live there at least 6 to 8 months out the year.
Iraq Jr. Bro. Don't leave me and go get a West Side nigga. I ain't with it. I'm talking.
I can't believe this man, bro. This man don't go right now.
Tiffany said, I said today I need a Bears podcast. Found you guys. Well, we're glad to have you in the building.
Tiffany Meeks, we appreciate you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But that's it, man. You guys got anything left? I'm still wrapping my head around all this, man.
Man, I gotta start looking at running backs.
Oh, don't worry.
I gotta start doing my research.
I have nobody for my own.
Steve-O, forget that nigga, man. Forget him, bro.
Oh, he about to give up 120 the first game
he
back.
Definitely is. He
I
definitely is.
He's for the Bobby Porter side. I feel
he
it.
Is.
Oh, bro, that's crazy.
He is. For sure, he is. That don't mean they're gonna be a better team than us next year. That's for sure.
Hey, we appreciate you, Walt. Go ahead, subscribe.
This dirty water rat ass nigga right here.
Wait, what kind of rat was that?
A water rat.
Hey,
you remember in Martin when they were on that island and they got attacked by that animal?
That ain't no damn puppy. Hey.
Oh,
hey, the Detroit fans going hard in the chat, but I promise you, I saw houses for $1 in Detroit at one point in my life.
That's y'all head.
I'm telling you right now, I rode through that mud, and every time I ride, I was just in that mud. Somebody need to drop a bomb in that motherfucker.
Hey, hold on.
Imagine Gary, Indiana.
Steve, what the hell was you doing in Detroit, bro? I told you not messing with the mud rats.
Unfortunately, I got to get through there to get through family. Unfortunately,
nah.
Trust me, I ain't going willingly. But you think I'm going to
a water rat, bro?
Bro, y'all got this. This how messed up.
Look,
hold on. This how messed up y'all city.
So dusty, bro.
Go ahead. I want you to go first.
I'm just saying, Detroit's so dusty that like even white people be like, man, I gotta get up out of here.
Ain't no fucking white people in Detroit.
Bro, they go straight to Sterling. Hey, bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Who says they going to Detroit for vacation? Like, I'm about to be on my Joe Kim Noah shit. Like, come on. I'm going to Detroit.
Bro, all I gotta say is y'all let somebody from Cleveland, a man that owned a Cleveland team, buy your city up.
Hey, on some real shit.
Y'all just got a Gucci store.
Hey, on some real shit though, Detroit looking like our future, like main competition in this division, bro.
Ain't no way that this could ever be our competition. Come on.
Oh, damn, that's a water rat.
It's a water rat. Come on,
bro. Mascot.
Motherfucker laying like a lion and shit.
Pete the water rat.
Like a lion. Damn, motherfucker big.
Eat the water rat. That's our new mascot.
Damn.
Like, bro,
And they
legit,
piece of garbage. But we got to give Detroit love
Put
for
that
house
motherfucker. How
music,
you gonna
though.
make it a square?
Hey, Detroit did play a big role in house music. You know, Chicago love house music, but that's where it stopped.
That's exactly where it stopped. Right there at the border.
There's only a few things that we are thankful for Detroit for. Eminem,
Motown.
Motown,
and Dodge.
Yep.
T Grizzly.
Fuck them Dodgers, bro. Like,
I'm about to say,
they
still a new
know,
motherfuckers.
bro, you know how many Dodge Chargers cause issues right here in Chicago right now? So,
bro, first of all, this is Detroit. You can't tell me they don't look like Iraq. This is literally a place in Detroit.
that's a school. Like, it's classes going on right now.
Hey, somebody talk about, bro, I was born in that building. That's 2 old hospitals.
Come on,
Damn.
Hey,
and that's
that's a
2006.
current hospital. That's a current hospital, my guy. We talking about.
Why they shit look mute? Why they shit look atom bombed? What the fuck?
Hey, listen. I'm just saying they banning abortions everywhere. This is gonna be the one place you can still go get one right now. That and BBL right now.
That's the scene from The Last of Us right now. That's The Last of Us right now.
I'm just saying, y'all want to come, y'all can't come for us, but it look like Iran they ran through y'all shit. I'm just saying. It's tumbleweeds. It ain't hot there. How's tumbleweeds?
Wait a minute. How's the tumbleweeds? Ain't up in no desert.
Ain't no tumbleweeds in Detroit. They even go past Detroit, bro. They're like, listen, we ain't got time to be going over there, bro. Like, Detroit is literally the savage land, bro.
Hey, Detroit John, like, you right. Chicago calls itself Chirac, but like, that's pockets. Chicago is still like the most visited place on the planet every year for tourists. Ain't nobody going to Detroit, my guy.
Hey, Joe, let's just swing over there to Detroit and then we'll stop at shit. Nobody say that shit.
Nobody swinging. They going around.
What you talking about? Hey, I heard you said it adds 5 hours to a drive to avoid driving through Detroit. Bet it's worth it. Don't even worry about it.
Hey, you know Detroit so bad. They said Detroit so bad. They got offended once I said, "Hey, you from Detroit?" He said, "No, I'm from Grand Rapids." I said, "What?"
Joe. That's what y'all get, though. That's what they get for fucking with David.
Y'all should have. I would say y'all, if y'all got a Lions or a Detroit thing, y'all could talk, but y'all can't say nothing. What y'all gonna say?
Hey, look,
we
the old Lions.
You can't afford to be.
Bro, they can't afford that.
Lions Stadium. The old Lions Stadium sold for $500,000, bro.
Was it even in Detroit?
$500,000. Ford Stadium, the old Detroit stadiums.
That's sad.
Hey, we about to build a whole suburb. Did they hear about that?
There's a reason why the original RoboCop was set in Detroit. Y'all see how y'all see? Like, I'm just gonna say, like, they predicted the future. Like, come on, bro.
Built in
Hey, that's what KOTM. That's what I was saying. Just imagine Gary just on a slightly bigger scale when you got Detroit.
That's fucked up. Ooh, shout out to Gary, but dang,
y'all can't drive. Y'all can't drive. All y'all do is going straight. It's so many miles. I don't know how y'all get accidents. All you going straight. Y'all don't got no country roads or nothing.
Hey, y'all better stop fucking with Steve-O, bro.
Bro, I'm sorry. If your city ugly, you know it's ugly. You better not speak to me. You better not Milwaukee. Them you better not talk.
Hey, wait a second though. Wait a second. Just in the
they talking about the silver though.
In the city draft, we gonna send Shay to Detroit to draft Ricky Fontaine. Oh, that's what we're gonna do. We gotta get my boy about it. We gotta get my boy about it, Detroit. Bro.
I swear, Haize say shit for that.
If we send Shay over there, as soon as he cross the board, he just gonna start screaming. He ain't gonna stop. The siren gonna go off.
Hey,
that was dirty.
That thing sold for $500,000.
That is funny.
The funny ass.
This, I don't know how this turned into a roast session for the city of Detroit, man. But we gotta get up out of here, y'all.
Hey, shout out to our Detroit, the Detroit Lions fans that was in the chat. Appreciate y'all being good spirits.
Oh, wait a second. We may have news. Did somebody just say Jamal Williams going to KC? Is that real or is that speculation?
I didn't get it.
Let me see.
Notification there.
Ian Rappaport. Not true.
All right, cool. Well, we out this mug, man. That's it from us for today. Make sure you follow us at Shy Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for our mailbag episode 773-242-9336. Cleveland and Detroit. Which one's worse? I don't know. They the armpit and booty hole of the Midwest. We about this bitch though.
They got water rats, nigga. Water rats.